became my favorite days of the week. As this book reminds us, there is truly nobody like him. And then there's my friend Bill Chuck. Long before I ever met him, I felt like I knew we were kindred spirits through the work of our mutual pal, Nick Caffardo. Reading Nick's Sunday columns, I'll admit there were many weeks I started at the bottom of that column instead of the top, because that was the place Nick reserved for the Bill Chuck tidbits of the week. What Bill saw in the special numbers of baseball was something not many people see: the truths they reveal, the generations they connect, the comparisons they allow us to make, the no way revelations they deliver. His genius has been way too underappreciated, but not by me, lover of those magical numbers that I am. So we should all be grateful that he and Bob were struck by the same lightning bolt that turned this fantastic idea into a book to remember. It will occupy a proud place on my bookshelves for years to come, right alongside those big, thick, spiral-bound books that nobody in my house understands except me. Jason Stark.
Preface. Are you a scout? I could be anywhere. I could be in my seat in Fenway Park. I could be at the wonderfully named Epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga, California. I could be in Wrigley Field. I could be in Hickory, North Carolina. I could be anywhere watching a baseball game with my official Baseball Writers Association of America, BBWAA, scorebook in hand, and I am an anomaly. I am very likely the only person not in the press box keeping score, and this confuses people. The only conclusion anyone can come to is that I must be a scout. First of all, scouts do not keep score. People don't know that. All they know is that this guy is keeping score, so he must be a scout because nobody keeps score in the 21st century anymore. That went out with the knuckleball in the 2-hour game. Remember the phrase, "You can't tell the players without a scorecard"? Well, guess what? Ball clubs don't even bother to sell scorecards any longer. There is no demand. It's just not part of the deal. I don't need a scorecard. I have my scorebook. It's conveniently compact at approximately 8.5 inches wide and 6 inches long. It's very easy to pack, and pack it I do. For the past 40-plus years, I have never left on a trip without it once the season starts, because you never know when a baseball game is going to break out, and I would feel, well, the equivalent of being undressed were I to attend a baseball game and not be able to keep score. I did get caught with my metaphorical pants down once in Atlanta during a Final Four, but I scored that Braves game on a scorecard. That was a while back. Such things were still available. And later copied the game into my scorebook. One slip-up in 44 years ain't too bad. Why do I keep score? Number one, it keeps me in the game. It keeps me focused on the action. If you're scoring the game, you need to pay close attention. You want to know if it's a single to left or a single to center. You want to know if it's a routine fly, a line drive, or perhaps a humpback liner, which I call an SL, for a soft liner. You need to know if a defensive play is worthy of distinction and thus gets a star or two. You need to identify a ground rule double. You need to know if the caught stealing is a 2-4 or a 2-6, and there's always the central issue of a K, or a caught looking backward K. Beyond that, when you score a game, you have a keepsake. In my case, I have lots and lots of them. What it comes down to is that baseball is in my blood. Yes, I have a deep personal and professional association with basketball. It's the one sport I was able to play at a scholastic level. The NBA and the Boston Celtics were my journalistic springboard. I am deeply honored to have received the Kurt Gowdy Award from the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. I would never say a bad word about basketball, other than the fact that I despise the three-point shot. But to paraphrase Duke Ellington...